Goody goody, we are preparing to head to, where are we going to? Chicago O'Hare International Airport, so we can hop a little plane to San Francisco, where we're going to meet up with Amy and Jerry to go to the Tesla factory tour on Friday, the private event. We're going to get to see the Model 3 and all that goody stuff. It's going to be awesome. Now it is confirmed, no recording equipment allowed. Of course, I'll have my phone with me. I'm hoping to also get some drone footage of the factory, so that will be awesome. And I got a notebook. I'm going to write down as much from the Q&A session as I can, and I'll do a video covering that afterwards, as well as hoping to do some live streaming after the event, where a whole bunch of us will be sitting around and we can do a discussion on what was seen, saw, and blah, 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 blah. And who keeps messaging me? Okay. Let's see. News update. Layer 3 ISP will be switching out fleet to 100 Model X's. Gigafactory 2, which is the one in Buffalo, New York, will begin solar roof production this summer. Tesla Autopilot Manager has moved to Audi's Autopilot autonomous program to work on that. Unlimited supercharging is back for existing Tesla owners that have unlimited supercharging on their first vehicle. And also it is here again for those who use a referral code to purchase their Model S or X. And the difference is, instead of the unlimited supercharging being for the life of the vehicle, it is now for the length of original ownership. So as long as the original owner still owns the car, you'll have the unlimited supercharging. This is all covered in my Unlimited Supercharging is Back video. Check that out. But long story short, if you sell the car, then it goes back down to the 400 kilowatt hours per year for free, which resets on an annual basis. Expansion of supercharging locations that are in high demand / high use have commenced, and it's commencing at a extreme rate. They are expanding busy stations all over the place, except at Madison at Easttown Mall in Wisconsin, which only has 3 locations and quite frequently a multiple car wait. Oh shit, did I say that out loud? Yes, I did. Autopilot 2.0 is coming. That will make it as smooth as silk. Sorry, no love for Autopilot 1.0 users, because the computer for Autopilot 1.0 is not powerful enough. I'm just happy if it'll keep me in my dang lane. Ford CEO has been fired. Apparently he dropped the ball on electric vehicles and he is paying the price for it. I bet you he got a real nice severance package. What do you think? I think he did, yeah. Ireland showroom opens. Ooh, Irish really do need it with all the beer and Irish whiskey. So demand for Tesla exceeds supply, and ability for them to keep up with the demand by leaps and bounds. Whew. Model 3 Autopilot will be as advanced as the Model X and S, so it will have the same capabilities of Generation 2 Autopilot. So Autopilot 2.0 is basically what Model 3 will get. Of course, we don't know what the pricing is going to be on the Autopilot systems for that. We know the base price of the car should be around $35,000 US, but of course there's always options, features, upgrades, and on top of that, Elon's really pushing people to get the S or the X and not wait for the Model 3, which I don't blame him. Get the money now while you still can. Consumer Reports raises rank of the S and X after another software update increases safety features. Tesla pumps $216 million into Model 3 battery production line. Model 3 has been spotted with a roof rack. Cool. Signature Red Model 3 has also been spotted, despite there not supposing to be any founders or signature models. Though I guess the color is not really responsive of that. Tesla is releasing more options for the Model 3. See Tesla.com or TeslaMotors.com. Model S arrives in Vietnam, a 100, or was it P100D? Having been to Vietnam quite a number of times, actually, all I can say is good luck. Number one, good luck on trying to get service, which will probably not happen. Hopefully everything's all good to go and won't need too much service. And if he does, be prepared to spend a ton of money to fly a Ranger out to Vietnam to do service. Number two, don't plan on charging it just about anywhere. If he's lucky enough to have charging at home. Oh, there goes Charlotte. Oh, she's taking the trash out. If they're lucky enough to have charging at home, awesome. Vietnam, think of the worst possible traffic jam you've ever been in. Remove every vehicle off the road and replace it with a motorcycle or scooter. Then multiply the number of vehicles on the road by, what, about 10 or 20? And that's about right for most Vietnam traffic. But I suppose if he's just staying around, Hanoi or Saigon or in their city and just using it as like a status symbol, not long distance, it should be just fine. At least they do use 240 volt or 220. I would like to go back to Vietnam just to do a video on their electric grid. Oh my God, is it atrocious? Anyways, back to this. And this is going to be let's see. Model 3 is apparently getting a floating screen, and I'll be able to confirm this on Friday. Floating screen where it will be able to be moved around. And lastly, Sanford University researcher says Autopilot is a danger to bikes and will kill bikers. I beg to differ, as Autopilot on my car has and this is under 7X firmware, the old one that did not do as well of a job detecting this stuff, and especially with the radar, saved a very stupid kid who was probably playing Pokemon Go from getting to test out the titanium armor shield on the bottom of my Model S. The kid was leaving the local middle school. I was at the post office driving, and Autopilot slammed on the brakes much quicker than I could have, because the kid decided to dart out into the street full speed while he was looking at his phone, not at the road, not at anything around him. That's also the time where I got to curb the model at my 90D, and thank you to Evanex's wheel bands for saving my aero rim. And that is it for this week's vlog. We'll have more updates for you the end of this week after the after the factory tour event and question and answer. Salut.